Hi, everyone. Mary Esther Gilbert here, back again. Well, today I kind of want to disclose a little bit about myself. Sounds kind of egotistical, and I'm not used to it, but I know that when I look at other people's channels out there and they explain who they are, a little bit about their life journey, and express from their soul what they're feeling. I really appreciate them doing that because it makes me feel so close to them. Some people I've been following their channel for a very long time now. And so I feel like I know them, right? And I'm hoping that maybe um, you'll feel that way about me. So I think it's time, if you've been watching my channel, for you to know a little bit about myself from me, coming from the horse's mouth, so to speak. That is my totem, by the way. Uh, and another totem I have is the elk, which surprised me because the elks are so majestic, right? They're so powerful and strong. But I always knew I was some kind of four-legged animal in that kind of arena. I always thought I was more of a gazelle, although I'm not as sure-footed as gazelle might be. But when I found out in the Chinese, I guess it's the astrology that that my birth date and time is that of the horse. And then also in Native American circles, I found out my totem is the elk. So I'm okay with that. They're a lot more powerful animals than I want to take credit for, or I might deserve to take credit for. But, we all go through life and we accumulate all of our knowledge and our inner strength from all the trials and tribulations and the challenges and the traumas that we go through life. So that is what is shaping us into who we are, and how we react to life challenges makes us who we are as well. So I kind of want to give credit to who I am developing still, as a human being on this planet. The fact that I have a vast amount of knowledge that I've accumulated over, 70 years that I've been on this planet. So I give a lot of credit to how I feel like I've been divinely guided in so many ways to seek this kind of knowledge, that I have this passion. I'm compelled. It's like this driving force that's in me to research more and more, input, information kind of thing, because I have found it to be so rewarding and so amazing that it works for so many people. And so I've come to the conclusion that this is what our body needs. There's nothing else that our bodies need other than the right array of the right molecular complexes, very intricate complexes of what's in the plant and animal kingdom that we have gathered and call our food. So, I have this certain spiritual reverence for the animal kingdom, and maybe it's the one portion of me is Native American, so maybe it's that part of me that really views the animal kingdom with such appreciation and reverence. And I want them to be treated and have happy lives so that they don't suffer while they're here. And if we must have them as food, then let them be, uh, you know, processed in a way that they never know that they got. I don't even know how to put it, that they got slaughtered. Okay, we have to just get it out there, and this we have to know and appreciate what happens to these animal-derived foods. And if you're new to my channel, then please go and look at the other videos that I produce that explain how important animal-derived foods are to maintain our strength, our our health, and our immune systems, and how we are all made out of proteins, that kind of thing. So that's in another video. So please go there. I'm not going to go into any nutritional knowledge here, but I just wanted to let people know who I am. I'm not going to go through this long litany of my life story, but how I got here, I find it to be amazing because I think that through the optimal health vibrancy that I've been able to apply for myself, and to teach others. But for myself, I've been able to obtain a higher level of existence. It seems that I have seen this transformation in people too who have followed my protocols, nutritional healing protocols and health, protocols. But I feel as if I've been given this privilege of knowledge and the interest and the passion for it, so that I could become an example of what it's like to be optimally healthy. I'm so, so grateful for it. If I get emotional here, then this is what you'll see. You'll see this passion and gratitude that I have for this knowledge that I've acquired, and how I so much want everyone out there to experience. Because being my age, I'm surprised. I am shocked that I don't have any degenerative health conditions, and I'm so grateful for this knowledge, and I want to share it with as many people as possible, far and wide throughout the world. I want this knowledge to be out there. I don't see a lot of it being shown to people, other than the certain individual that's out there in the political arena that has enough of an audience and enough of a history of his family to be able to get up on these platforms and really start teaching and educating the masses the way I've been doing, at a much smaller scale compared to that. But he has finally come out. I don't want to mention his name because a video that I produced got taken down by YouTube. So I, being the warrior, the peaceful warrior that I am, I uploaded it to Rumble. So I have a Rumble channel over there, and that is a non-censorship platform. It's a freedom of speech, First Amendment rights platform. So if I do anything else that is potentially, not in the YouTube guidelines, then I will let you know. I will produce it here on YouTube and then right away say, okay, before I go on, please go on to the other video on Rumble where you can hear more information, because it's time. The time has come for humanity to stop being in the dark about the truth about our health. And so I have fought this battle all the way since I first started taking my first nutrition class, back in 74. I started college late. I was 20 years old, and I did not have the chance to, I didn't have the money to go to college full time back then. So I just started taking courses here and there through the years. And then I got to the point where I had enough knowledge, and I would get certificates for nutrition here and there. I mean, I just gathered all sorts of miscellaneous, certificates so that I could start teaching nutrition as a business on the side while I was continuing going on with my curriculum. I enrolled in the clinical dietetics curriculum at Long Beach State. And because I couldn't afford the university fees back then, which are a lot less than they are now from what I gather, I just started taking all the prerequisites at all these different community colleges. My then husband and I moved from town to town. We were kind of young and restless, and we wanted to know what it was like to live here and there. So I attended many different community colleges in my 20s. So, when the biological clock started ticking and I started wanting to have children, then we paused a moment. We were both going to college. We were both working full time, and we wanted to start a family. So I went ahead and did that. And I was going to university at that point when I was pregnant with my first and second child. So I have two children, but those were the years that we were young and strong and dedicated to what we were doing. And so we did it somehow. That's quite a load of responsibilities, and I don't know how I did it back then with all the courses. So I was taking all the prerequisites and the science courses that were required of the clinical dietetics curriculum. Then I had to stop, my education to attend to my babies, my children. They're only 2.5 years apart. So I became a full-time mom, and I quit my job, retired early. Well, they were offering a benefits package back then, and so I took it, and I never regretted it though, because I found some wonderful part-time work that paid me just as much. So I worked for, like, say, a couple that were oncologists, and all I did was type addresses on labels. It was the most boring job ever, but they paid me as much as I was making. Well, they paid me double from what I was making with Pacific Bell as a technician. So, I was grateful that I was able to work 4 hours, but it wasn't a full 4 hours. They gave me the key to their office and they said, "Oh, just come in and work whenever your schedule allows." They knew I was going to college. And so I did that. I went a couple of times. I went in there at 10 o'clock at night and emerged out of there at midnight, or I would go early in the morning, whenever my schedule allowed, because I continued to exercise. My husband and I were avid bodybuilders. We were weight training. Our living room was always filled with all the different weight equipment you can imagine. It was like a gym, and anyone can join a membership and have access to a full array of equipment. So we maintained our fitness level, and we ate nutritionally. We took supplements. I didn't really know what I was doing back then. We read Muscle and Fitness magazine from cover to cover. We would, fight over it. Oh, let me read it. Oh no, I'm not finished with it, kind of thing. We should have bought two. But Muscle and Fitness magazine back then, I don't know what it's like now. I know that the originators have since passed away, and so a new generation has taken it over. If it's still out there, I don't even know. But I learned a little bit about nutritional physiology early on. I was taking nutrition courses. I was working out and trying out the advice that I was getting through Muscle and Fitness magazine. I joined different gyms, and back then, back in the 80s, especially, women were just starting to infiltrate the serious weight equipment gyms, right? And more gyms were providing areas where both men and women could work out together. And sometimes they would still have gyms that had men's areas and women's areas. The women's areas back then were so unsatisfying. I mean, we had weight equipment at home, and when I was working out at the gyms, it was just inadequate. The weights weren't enough, and they didn't have the squat machines and the calf machines and the bench press stations that my husband and I were just are doing. So I actually was happy with the results that I was getting. I was running, I was playing tennis, playing racquetball, and this was before I got into the martial arts, back in the early 2000s. So I was pretty fit, young and fit, and we were running 10Ks, and I was lifting reasonably, respectable weights for my body frame. I'm 5'3", and so, I'm not a big bone person. So I was able to still just surpass my own expectations as to what my body was capable of. And in so doing, I was also taking ballet and yoga, so I had the flexibility moves, and I had the strength, the endurance moves, and the cardiorespiratory, fitness capacity. So all of that was coming together. And I learned that you can't just do one or the other. You can't just do weight training and not the other two. Not having flexibility is pretty hazardous when you're trying to work out. You could pull a muscle, pull a tendon, and so you have to maintain a certain amount of flexibility. So all through the years, I've maintained that flexibility. I've maintained that strength, muscle endurance kind of thing. And now, in my senior years, I notice a little bit slowing down, but I keep plugging along, and I still have a great blood pressure. My dentist just took my blood pressure, and they said, "Oh, it's what was it? Oh gosh, 132 over 62 or something." And then she said, "That's excellent," And I thought, wow, I didn't know it was that good. So anyway, it works, okay, if you implement all of the above. And that's why I wrote books on the subject. I thought, hey, I've got to let people know this is how you do it. This is what works. There's so many programs out there that are so misleading to people, and they wonder why they drop out, so soon. They get discouraged, they get overwhelmed, and they have the sense of dread, and they have this sense of fatigue, and they start getting more aches and pains than what they started with. So they're doing it all wrong. I found the way to do it, and anyone else who's followed my protocol has had the same experience. So I have this whole, satellites, I call them my past clients. They're my satellites. They go out and they spread the word of true health, true health vibrancy, I call it, or the true health movement. It's true because you don't have any false information. That's why I call it true health mastery, true health movement. And this is what true, real health is like. So I'm just so excited that I'm able to teach this to others. So I produce books, I produce articles, produce videos. I'm trying to get the word out there. But this individual that's in the political arena that has just emerged and is teaming up with other leaders that are emerging or actually coming out of the woodwork, they've been around and they've been in the political arena, but now they're coming together to focus on making us healthy, right? Making humanity healthy. And that's been what I've been doing for 45 years. I'm so excited. And so I've actually contacted one of the individuals and I just let them know, hey, I've been doing this, under the radar for so many years. I'd love to help to expand, to get the rest of humanity on board with this because it's so amazing. Can you imagine what I've seen with the health transformations of people who transform their health? All of a sudden they're elevated, they're existing on a higher plane. I've done videos and research on cognition and how the nervous system and the brain, works to elevate an individual's intelligence and ability to think more clearly and more logically and to balance their emotions. All that comes together with the right nutritional protocol, which is why I developed nutritional synergy. So that's my own system that I've been, applying for my clients for years and years. And it's the best one I've seen so far because it doesn't leave any stone, unturned as far as providing the body with the right nourishment. Total nourishment is what your body needs. So the food system leaves a lot to be desired. So I've been fighting that. I used to sign petitions left and right all the time. And I still do on occasion, but there has been so much conflicting, information out there that's put out by entities that don't want us to be healthy. These people are sick. They're criminals. They're just inhumane. It's like they don't have souls or something. But so I've been, it's been my own spiritual battle all along, which I see now on a larger scale. It's been happening for thousands of years. Okay. We have been battling, we've had this spiritual battle between good and evil for thousands of years. And I feel like I've awakened to the fact that this has been going on in my lifetime where the food system left a lot to be desired, genetically modified organisms, pesticides, and all these things that have been found to be associated with so many different degenerative health problems and even diseases. So I've been working very hard over the years to counter that information with the right nutritional healing, health recovery, health transformation type of information. So yes, that's what I'm about right now. As I continue on, I don't know if you want to hear my whole history. Maybe I'll give you bits and pieces as time goes on. It seems tedious to me right now to just put it all in a timeline. But just so that you know my background, I have been fighting this for so long. So now that it's out in the open, more and more information is being revealed to us. It's exactly the kind of thing that I've been fighting for decades, literally, to help people not pay attention to the misinformation out there, to not be caught in the web of this so-called health system out there. It's really a disease care system, and it's very profitable, multiple trillions of dollars profit-wise. And so, of course, these entities don't want people to be healthy. Are you kidding? Then their wealth will disappear. But the wellness, the true health industries, nutritional supplement industries, the organic food industries, permaculture, food production, all these different entities that are on the positive side of humanity have been working together and have been censored. There's a lot of information that keeps being censored. I mean, I have done a lot of research. And so sometimes when I look things up on the internet, if I don't type in the terms, referring to scientific journals, then I see all of the misinformation that's going on out there and confusing everyone and misleading everyone and leading them to dead ends, to not help them solve their health issues. People are desperate and scared because they don't know what to do. And they've been programmed to believe that only the medical industrial complex can alleviate them. But that's just not true. It's the nutritional cellular nourishment is the only thing that the body uses to improve its function. and it happens all at the microcell level. Our cells, our bodies are consisted of multiple trillions of cells, and even more multiple trillions of biochemical, biological actions at the cell level. So all the different types of cells in our bodies are what compose all our organ systems, structures, and fluids, and all of that. And they all contain the same DNA. Our DNA is the double helix, where all of our gene sequences resides on the rungs of the ladder of the double helix. Okay, and extremely holographic, multidimensional that we are, that's where the true health is maintained and protected. And the only way to do that is through our nutrients that we take in from the right environment. So I have produced a lot of information about organic, why buy organic, and what permaculture is all about, creating food forests that mimic wild forests. Wild forests just don't tend to diminish, unless they're burned down. But these wild forests have all these different components and layers that nourish and feed each other to produce, perpetuate life and produce the biomass that's the nutrient density in the soils that produce healthy plants. So that's what permaculture is all about. And I've written about it and taught about it. And I'll continue teaching and implementing that with people. So that's what I'm doing now. My plan to open my True Health Mastery Institute of Holistic Personal Health Management is making great progress. I am recording the Nutritional Synergy course at the moment, and that has 15 modules, and each module is comprehensive. So it's a course that I think everyone should take, because it'll bypass all the baloney out there, all the misleading information, and give you a complete education about how to nourish your body, all the information you need to know to nourish your body. So that's what I'm working on now. I've already purchased, I've already published the other books that I've written. There are 2 other books that are going to be in the making, maybe 3, but that is in the future. But there'll be like second editions, of our volume 2, etc., of the books I've already written. Okay, what else should I talk about? Yeah, my college experiences were quite unique because I was doing the traditional route and I was doing the holistic route. So I had 2 college, two college kind of progressions here that I was doing. I was doing the typical, the kind of college that everyone usually goes to, right? The traditional college. And I was doing that. And then I was also doing the holistic college arena. I was taking all these holistic courses, and it was the holistic college that actually taught me more about scientific research and using the scientific research to enhance my credibility and to teach more thoroughly nutritional healing. So, I produce videos on that subject too. So please go to my YouTube channel and check it out, because I've done it all there, and I keep producing more and more videos. That's what's so great about the work that I do, is that there's never an end. There's never a loss of what to share, what information to share and to teach about. So that's why I'm opening the Institute, because people don't get enough of me from what I'm told. They say, oh, I wish we had more time with you. I could just talk to you all day about this. Well, give me a chance. I'll talk to you all day about this, because there's so much information. But I can't think of it all if I'm doing a presentation, because it's the questions that trigger, this knowledge that's in here that's been accumulating all these years, right? And I've been talking about and keep ongoing with my research and learning myself, everything that I'm learning and uncovering in my research. I want to just share with the world. So there's plenty of information to share with you and to help you master your health. Everyone should have the ability to master their health. All righty, so that's all I have for you now. I hope that you got to know me a little more. And yeah, sometimes, I feel like just pouring my heart out and disclosing a side of me that I think has been a long time coming in being able to understand myself and know myself. And that's an ongoing thing. You never come to the very conclusion of, okay, that's enough. I know myself well enough now. No, that doesn't happen. As you know, life isn't like that. It throws us, curveballs all the time. So how we respond and how healthy we are, that helps us to respond in the most productive, proactive way. All right. So thanks for visiting with me. Thanks for being here with me. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Love you all. Bye-bye.